MC with Tech, back with another video. Today's video is why I decided to upgrade from the S23 Ultra to the Galaxy S23 Ultra. I'm going to get into the backstory real quick, and then we're going to get into the unboxing and go over the specs and some of the differences between both devices. So, reason why I decided to upgrade, because I wasn't going to do an upgrade. I was just going to wait another year, see what Samsung does, and then upgrade. But I decided to do an upgrade because there was not really many differences between the devices. But the reason why I decided to upgrade is services. So I'm on Verizon with the S22 Ultra, and now I'm going to be on Xfinity with the S23 Ultra. So the backstory to that, with Verizon, they have some of the best service and 5G service. I have no problem with their service. What I have a problem is with the amount of money that I pay for my service. So for unlimited on Verizon, it is $90 a month for unlimited. And now that I'm going to be on Xfinity with the S23 Ultra, the unlimited service is $45. That's a huge savings, Plus, with the Xfinity, I'm going to get off my home internet service $30. And man, you can't just beat that in savings. So with a total of savings, I'm coming out on my bill, I'm saving about $70, between $65 and $70. And for me, that's a big savings. When you're talking about your unlimited service, it's costing you $90. And together with the device and for the service, I'll be paying $96 with Xfinity for the new device. And so with that being said, I don't see it being a reason why this is even in question, why I'm going to go from Verizon to Xfinity. And then I did research, and to be for real with you, Xfinity uses Verizon satellites, so yeah, services. So at the end of the day, I'm getting the same service, and plus a little bit better, because with Xfinity, you're going to be able to use Xfinity hotspots and their internet and everything will just switch right over. If you're not going to be on the mobile, it's going to go right over to Xfinity. If you have Xfinity service in the area, that's what I like about it, doing my research, and so it's going to be a better deal. With that being said, MC with Tech, we're going to go ahead and do the unboxing, go over the specs and the features, and do the differences between both devices, and I'll get back with you. Okay, let's get into the unboxing of the Galaxy S23 Ultra. So with that being said, with the 23 Ultra, I decided to go with black, just for profound reasons. I mean, they had several different colors I could have chose, but black was the choice for this device. And so I wanted to see how it looks in black. And so with that being said, here it is. Here's the unboxing. So let's get out the unboxing tool and let's go over the unboxing of it. So we're going to cut right here. And we're going to slice right here. And let's get it unboxed. So there's the device right there. Let's take it out the box. Man. So out of the box, you get this right here. And see, here go that camera bump. And let me set that to the side. We're going to see what else we get in the box. And then we're going to go into the device. So in the box, just like with last time, Samsung doesn't give you anything. That is the one knock that I have with Samsung. So we're going to get a SIM tool remover. So you're going to get the cable. That's one thing. That's about it for that. And you're going to get a SIM card removal. No headphones. No. That's the booklet. I mean, what I got to say is this. And the SIM card remover is in here somewhere. But what I got to say with this, Samsung, you should at least give a charging block, a case to come with this device, something. Because this device right here costs a lot of money. Might as well give you the price. The price of this device is about between $1,100 and $1,200 right out the box, and you don't get anything else but the device and the charging cable. So with that being said, let's see. Let's check out the display. So this is the display on the device. And that's the unboxing of the device. But that's the display. That's beautiful. And there's not too much difference between the displays. You know, you might see the little fingerprints on this one because I've used a fingerprint setting. And you see that if you can see the on-screen display on this one. Like I said, very nice device. I'm looking forward to getting it set up. And I'm going to do that off camera. And that's pretty much the unboxing because you get nothing else in here but that. And oh, I don't even think you get the SIM card tool because I don't think it has a SIM card. Let's see. Yes, you do. You get the SIM card tool that's in the box. So look, you get this little tool that's in the box, and that's all you get. So we're just going to go over that real quick. And so I'm going to set this up. Now that I did the unboxing, it was real quick. I'm going to set this up, get the service switched over from Verizon to Xfinity, and we'll go from the specs. We'll go over the specs about the device, and we'll go over the differences and what I like about it after I run it through MC with Tech. Okay, so now that I got the device transferred over from Verizon, this is the S22 Ultra, and this is the Galaxy S23 Ultra. So now that I got the device transferred over and all the information transferred over, we're going to take a look at it. So they both pretty much have the same display. So with that being said, they both have the same display size and a lot of the same features. So let's take a look at the side of both phones. So on the side of both phones, you're going to get your up and down rocker and your power on rocker. On the top of the device, you're going to get a speaker and a speaker right here with both the antennas that's on top of the device. So on the back of it, see the camera bump? So this is the black new phone and this is the green old phone. So the camera bump is a little bit, as you can see, it's a little bit pronounced and bigger on the S23 Ultra. And on this side, there is no rockers, no buttons, just antennas. And then on the bottom of each of the phones, on the bottom of each phone, you're going to get the S Pen, you're going to get a speaker grill, and you're going to get a mic on the S23 Ultra. There's no extra mic on the S22. Plus, you're going to get your SIM card removal, and then you're going to get another antenna. Plus, you get Type-C charging on both devices. So let's take them and set them back down. And like I said, these are pretty much identical. Now, one thing I have noticed that on the devices is that you cannot use the S Pen on the different devices. So the S Pen is not going to work. The S Pen for the S22 Ultra is not going to work for the S23 and vice versa. So you're not going to be able to use the S Pen on different devices. So that's been pretty much been past practice from Samsung when it comes to the devices that you can't use the S Pen on other devices. So let's open them up and let me tell you something. First of all, let's go back and let's go to the displays. So on the displays, I also went with green wallpapers. Just the purpose of the phone, just to see, as you can see, the green right here, and you got the Professor Hawk on the display. So even my lock is the Hawk. Man, look how that display is. Look how it looks on the S22 Ultra. It is nice. So that's the S22 Ultra, and you get that display. And so now let's take out the S23 Ultra. So on the S23 Ultra, you got Spawn. Man, and I went with Spawn because of that black that the phone comes in. Man, look at that matte gloss, that matte finish black, and look how it looks. And then with the wallpaper, it's also Spawn. And like I said, rocking my favorite anime or cartoon characters. And man, this what makes these phones and the display so beautiful. So everything is pretty much similar. So what we're going to do at this time, we're going to slide the S22 out. And we're going to do a comparison video later. But for right now, we're going to talk about the S23 Ultra. And like I said, what's the specs on it? We're going to go over a few of the specs real quick. So the S23 Ultra was released February 17th of 2023. With that, it weighs in at 234 grams at 8.9 millimeters thick. Comes with Android 13 with One UI 5.1. It comes with 256 gigabytes, 512 gigabytes, up to 1 terabyte of storage. It comes with a 200 megapixel camera. You can get it in 8 and 12 gigabytes of RAM on the Snapdragon Gen 2 and has a 5,000 milliamp battery. It's pretty much similar, but with a little bit differences of the S22 Ultra. It has 120 hertz refresh rate with 1750 nits of peak brightness. Cornea Gorilla Glass Victus 2 on front and back, and it has an aluminum frame around the device. Plus, you get the always on-screen display on the device. This device right here is the 512 gigabyte version at 12 gigabytes of RAM on the device. So now we're going to talk about that 200 megapixel camera. So it has a 200 megapixel camera. It has a 10 megapixel periscopic telephoto camera at 10 times optical zoom. It has a 10 megapixel telephoto camera at 3 times optical zoom. With an ultra wide camera, all dual pixel, super steady video, a front facing 12 megapixel camera. It's different from last year because you got the 40 that came with the S22 Ultra, but this has the dual pixel 12 megapixel camera for the front facing camera. And it has dual video at 4K at 30 and 60 frames per second, 1080 at 30 frames per second. So the video on this has the new 8K at 24 and 30 frames per second, at 4K at 30 frames, 60, and 1080 at 960 frames per second with stereo record. So you're going to get great sound when recording on the device. The S23 Ultra offers an under-display ultrasonic fingerprint sensor. As you can see right there, works great. Samsung DeX, wireless DeX for desktop experience, Samsung Pay, and for Visa and MasterCard certified. So like I said, it's going to give you a lot of features with it. The battery life on this is phenomenal. So I've been working it, and like I said, for a few days, and the battery right here is way better than the S22 Ultra, I have to say. So the battery life has improved on the S23. So you have that 5,000 milliamp battery, you have 45 watt wired charging, you have 15 watt wireless charging, and then you have 4.5 reverse wireless charging for charging other devices. Like you can charge your headphones, your watch, you can charge another device. The S23 Ultra comes in 8 different colors, 8 or 9 different colors. Let me rephrase that. So with the colors, you're going to get Phantom Black, Green, Cream, Lavender, Graphite, Sky Blue, Lime, Red, and the BMW M Edition colors on the S23 Ultra. Okay, so with that being said, you're going to get 5G of service on this. It has an IP dust and water resistance up to 1.5 meters for 30 minutes. Now, I'm not suggesting you dip your phone for 30 minutes, but you can get that and do that. And so with that being said, you get Bluetooth 5.3, you get Wi-Fi 6E, you get NFC. It has a USB Type-C connection for charging at 3.2, and it's tuned by AKG with stereo speakers. Like I said, the speakers on this are way better. So now that we have that out the way with all the specs, let's get into the device. And so let's go into it. And let me tell you one thing, a few first things I like to do is when I go into the device, let me get the S Pen out. So we're going to take the S Pen out because I do use my S Pen quite frequently. And so what we're going to do is swipe down We're going to swipe down and we're going to go into the settings of the device. So one thing I like to do, and the first thing I like to do is on my device is go into the settings, go into about phone. And as you can see, let me go back. So as you can see, I have my developer options already opt out on the device. So my developer options are already turned on. But what you can do is you can go about device, go down, and you're going to go and you're going to hit the software information. And what you would do to unlock your developer option is tap on the bill for about 7 times. And it will unlock the developer mode and turn it on. And that's one thing I like to do when I first get it. Another thing I like to do is, let's go, as we're going through this, let's go back to the settings. I turned on airplane mode on accident. Let me go back to the settings. And we're going to go back to the settings and we're going to look at the display. So let's go down to display settings. And let's go display. So with that, you're going to have your light and your dark mode. And then you're going to have your mode settings. So we're not going to bother any of that. I have the brightness on, but I also like to turn on the adaptive brightness. Now mine came with the adaptive brightness already on. I'm good with that. I like to have the adaptive brightness on. I like to have the eye comfort shield on, and it's adaptive. And then you have your screen mode, you have your font size, you have your screen size, screen resolutions, camera cutout, and all that type of stuff. And all those type of things that they have set up for you, pre-set up for you. And that's what I just like to go through and make sure everything is set. So like I said, what I like to do is go into the screen resolutions. And I like to put this on the best setting for screen resolution. So we're going to tap on that. And right now it's on the FHD plus, but I like to put it on the WQHD. And then you're just going to go down there and you're going to hit apply. So you apply it. And these are the best settings for this device. So you're getting it, and it's going to give you the full resolution of this device, and it's going to make it more vibrant. So that's one thing I like to do. And I also like to make sure that it's set to that way. You know, you're going to lose some battery life, but that's all right. Don't you want your device at the best setting in the best possible way that you can have it? So another thing I like to do is set up my biometrics. And so you can go down here and you have your biometrics. So let's find the biometrics. Well, another thing is always check for your software updates. Mine is updated, but you check for your software updates. And so let's go through and let's biometrics. So you can scan and make sure that everything is set, everything is good, and then you can set up your biometrics. Now, with setting up your biometrics, you're going to do your face recognition, your fingerprint, and everything like that. This is already set up. I have mine set. And one thing is I'm going to do is I'm going to go out and I'm going to show you how everything is set up. So with that being said, you can actually don't have to open your device. Take your fingerprint, and I open it without the device being triggered. So what you would do is if you want to see the fingerprint, tap on it. There's the fingerprint, and it opens up. So like I said, let me go back through that again. You can act your fingerprint without the fingerprint there, and it'll open up. You just got to remember where it is. So I'm a Samsung fanboy, so I done got plenty of phones. I know where the fingerprint sensor is. But like I said, if you don't, hit the side button, click it, open right up. So with that also being said, if that doesn't work for you, you know, and you want to, that doesn't work for you, swipe up. Swipe up, you got the fingerprint, or you can put in your passcode. So I ain't gonna put my passcode in on camera, but that's what you can do. So another thing is you got Face ID. So let's see how fast I can get the Face ID to open up. Click on it. Okay, it didn't match. I didn't get my face in there. So let's see if I can get this to work properly. I got to get it over my camera. See how fast it opened up with Face ID? Let's try that again. See how fast that opened? Like I said, one more time. It's locked. And it's unlocked. That's how Face ID works. It works just that easy, just that fast. Now, a lot of people come with the claim, oh, Face ID is not secure, it's not secure, it's not secure. Well, guess what? It works. And it works for me. And so with that being said, that's something I don't worry about is my Face ID. I don't believe somebody having my face in a picture and just opening my phone. If it works for you, then hey, you stole my phone, you have a picture of me, fine. It's yours now. But at the end of the day, hey, you still got to do the things you do to the device to make sure it's secure. I got several biometrics set up, and that's all that matters. So like I said, those are some of the things I like to do with the device as far as setting it up and getting things going and everything like that. So with that being said, I'm not going to go over a lot of the specs and a lot of the OS, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a follow-up video comparing it to the S22 Ultra and going over the specs there. And then we're going to do a camera comparison because both these devices, they are similar. So let me go back to it. And they are very, 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 very similar. Now, one thing I'm going to let you know also, you can't take the S Pen from the S23 Ultra and work the S22 Ultra. It just doesn't work like that. And that's vice versa. So this pen will not work on anything but the S23 Ultra. This is actually Bluetooth. This is Bluetooth, and so the Bluetooth works for this one, and the Bluetooth for the S Pen works for this one. So you can't interact them as far as it. But I will tell you this. I can actually work my S Pen with my tablet. I can take the S Pen from all three of my devices and work them on my tablet, no problem. So that's one thing I do like that Samsung does, that you can take the S Pen from your phone and you can control your tablet and everything like that. And so a lot of times when you do have it like that and you have your S Pen out, it will Bluetooth to the closest device. So I have my tablet open, so that's why at the bottom of the screen at one point it said it wouldn't connect to my phone, but it does if I don't have my tab open. So with that being said, this is MC with Tech. This is a quick unboxing of the Galaxy S23 Ultra. And we're going to go over some things and some specs. I'm going to do some more videos about the phone and the comparison, the cameras on the device. And like I said, we're going to get out there in the world. We're going to see how the cameras on both devices are, because I was in love with the S22 Ultra and I'm hearing great things about the S23 Ultra's camera. And if it's better, it's definitely an upgrade. So let me also talk about this. The only reason, like I said in the earlierness of this video, I upgraded is service. MC with Tech, hit like and subscribe. Trying to get the channel to grow. Hit like and subscribe. Hey, check me out. You can find me on Instagram and you can find me on Facebook at MC with Tech.